Okay, it did play. I thought for a moment it did play. Cool. How's it going, guys? Thanks, Hopeless, for the lurk. We have a Kirby today. He's sitting over. Why is it really hard to find him? It's over there. There he is. I'll give him Tritos. I always know that's the follow-up. What's up? I almost got it. Pet the doggo. Alright, let's just bring him up here. Here we come. Up. Make him go to patch too. Pet, 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 pet. Good boy. All right. Yeah. You're getting predictable. You didn't know that already? Okay. So I think today I could go in two directions. I could try to add kind of a little bit more to my tutorial by like having like some flashlight prompts and some like some run prompts to get to the first door. Then there's another dialogue there. But I also think I might need to start building a condition setup so that like I can condition my certain dialogue options and certain other things based on player information and stuff. I'm just gonna play it first and just see what I feel about doing next. I don't like that idea, Hopeless. I like predictability. And I don't like waiting. Okay. Did I like crash my thing? Or... Oh, also my portals. My portals look ugly AF right now. You know what? That's actually what I'm gonna work on first. Portals must be fixed. So let's fix the portal. Or the X is just my loading screen, but they look like portals, so. Loading screen. What made you look like terrible? Tell me. Tell me. Oh. Alright. So I can't remember. I think I'd have to tweak. Like if I just tweak one of these, for example, just to be something stupid. That. And I go. Yeah, it doesn't apply it. Okay. I don't think it does. The inner ring, I think. No, yeah, okay. So I just need to kind of copy the colors over and then set that up properly. So the inner rings, I think, are okay. I think it's mainly just the outer rings that are gotten into the territory of the ugly. So that's better. And actually, I guess it's the mid rings. I think it's because I lost in my color palette. Although I'm still using the other color palette. Yeah, so this one still actually has the more full range. So obviously if I go like this, you have much less colors, but this one should actually be working. I was thinking I could just make a dither palette specifically for each one. And that might work even better. I think I actually like that idea more. So the concept behind that would be, yeah, I don't like this little blue shenanigans. It's not cool. So I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna make a different palette for each one, and then I'll transition between them. Instead of doing this, I'll have this thing basically just be white, and then I can dither palette the color. That I think I can do. So to do that, I'm gonna need a couple of things. So right now I have a loading screen colors. So instead of that, I'll set up a different post-process override and just override the color differently. So I won't override it. I'll have another thing that overrides it, and then we'll specify the colors there. So that's my plan. We'll go now do that. I love how I said I was going to do one of two things, and I'm doing neither of those now, but that's game dev. That is game dev for you. Okay, so we go to here, and we go load screen. Here we go. Okay. And then, so the idea here will be that I'm just going to basically change these to whatever the equivalent is of that darkness level. Basically, just desaturate the image. And then we have a go to here. Let me clone here. Cam. So loading red. We will then basically set this up so that it's only going to have the palette configuration. And which there are actually some palettes I could just try to use, but I probably do want to make my own in a bit. Also then go here, just underloading cam, we'll create an empty red. So this will be a volume, global, priority 999, and this will be the red one. Loading red. Okay, and then this, for now, I would just try to grab one that's very red. Dither Midnight, sure. Okay. And then, okay, make a blue one. And then I go clone. Call this loading blue. And we'll go to here and I'll find maybe a bluer one. I don't think there's a solid blue one though. There's one that have blue in it, but it's not. This here. Doing homework. Or did their homework. I don't know why that's like that, but it's that one too. But oh, now it's BlackRock. I'll try BlackRock. And then the last one. Okay. Green. And then we go clone. Go here, go loading green. And then click on this, and then we drag this green one for now. Highly likely I'm going to change these, but for now we'll just do that just to see that it works. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is, instead of having a list of color screen options, I'll leave that for now just in case, but I'll delete it after. We're going to have a volume component, I guess. And it's going to be this, and it's going to be palette overrides that we're going to use, and then basically I'm going to comment out this. I'm gonna go palettes. You need to make a for loop, so for in 0, while I is less than palettes dot length I plus, and then we will go and need to specify another thing. So we go int index, we're going to call this active index equals, I guess 0 at the beginning. It actually, it will always get sent, but so in this case we set it to be the default. It's going to be random dot range-o, not rotation, range of a number of 0 and this dot length. So we'll get like a random index, but the other ones are actually a specified index, which is going to be just whatever I was using before. 1 equals 0. And then what we're going to do is we can go through here. We're going to go palette overrides dot safe no, look, it is a volume that I wanted. All right, palettes overrides dot I dot, yeah, safe set active. Yeah, okay. And it's gonna be set active if active index equals I. So we'll turn all the other ones off, but we'll turn the one that's active on. Okay. So it goes red, blue, green in order. Yeah, so I'll just have to configure that. And then if I do get this working, I don't have to do these shenanigans. So that'd be cool. I actually kind of think the background, is it the mid ring that's the brightest? Or this one? Yeah, no, it's the mid ring that's the brightest. It should be a little brighter. There we go. Okay. We'll see if that actually transmits into anything. Ah, damn. I didn't serialize the field. Okay. Now let's recompile that and hope it works. Ready. Palette overrides. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, and then it went red, blue, green. Not RGB here, we're RBG. Because it's risky. Biscuit. Games. Right? I'm so funny. Not really. That was probably a pretty bad joke. But couldn't help myself. Okay. See if that does anything. Random marketing. Alrighty. So, plan, low game. How silly do my loading screens look like now? Yeah, okay, kind of silly. Kind of silly. And I think it's mostly because of how the palettes that I used, they're probably not meant for this type of thing. Just look at the other ones, see how they work. So I just need to like turn this one on, turn this one off. Hey, why don't they have? Oh, they should all have. They should all have a higher priority. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's a weird blue. The green honestly looks really cool, but I don't want the blue green. It is really cool though. Look. See, I'm gonna need to make some custom palettes. So guess that's what I'm doing. No reason to delay. So let's open up the Gimpy. Where are you, Gimpy? Gimpy, Gimpy, Gimpy. So I wonder, could I do this in Paint? Maybe Super Cursive Paint, I think. Yeah. Paint doesn't like probably doing like 5-pixel color things, or 4-pixel images. So we'll open up the GIMP. Wait. Why do I have Paint open? Yep. So that'll open up. My first thought is to basically just go open recent and then go the I thought I had a yeah an XCF the yeah. Then I will take basically the full color spectrum of all the colors and then just make it into a new file. So file. Actually, I wonder, can I make a new file based off a selection? I should have make it a lot easier. File new. Okay, no, I tried. Go okay. So then I just go copy, paste, right? I set something up wrong. I made this image. Discard. Okay. File. New. Height 1. I don't know. Oh, I know. Okay. There. I copied the section that I was. Yeah, there we go. Okay. File. Save as. Um, I'll just export this. Export as code 73 assets art to the palette. Green. Oh. Green palette. Export. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. Just gonna go fresh to see where it is. Green, green, green. Green palette. Oh, actually, one second. Gotta change some values on you. You gotta be read write. You gotta have no compression. You gotta have clamp, and you gotta have point. Bye. All right. Because I don't think it needs mid maps. No alpha. Okay. So now I can go to green here. Throw that in. It's a bit better. It's too muted, though, for my liking. I want a more powerful color, so I might take away these ones. So let's just go and do some. Was it the sample? Yeah, control. Okay. So I think I want to take away these two. Maybe this one too. Let's export that. Go do a little refresh. What do you mean my loading is green? That's what it's supposed to be. There we go. Ooh. That's a nice. That's a nice look, I think. I do see some this white peeking through, and I don't actually like it. So let's just fix that. No, it always had color. It was based on the portal you would go through. Is that somehow not working for you, Karazest? And you were just like living in the terrible life of no colored portals? I'm gonna make this basically 4 colors. And I need to move it so that I need to move it 3 though. There you go. Besides, these are the 3 colors I need. Okay. And I'll export that again. Okay. Don't need any fancy other things doing there. I just need to I guess I'll make this a layer actually. New layer group. We'll rename this. Oh, the text loading. Oh yeah. It'll do that, yeah. Because yeah, it changes the whole screen. Which I think is fine. That actually looks cool. Yeah, that wasn't changing before. You're right in that side. The actual text. Okay. So then yeah. Okay. How do I rename layers? Where's the rename layer option? Is it just edit? And then okay, there we go. Green. Okay. So I probably want to follow a similar format with the other colors. And then it'll basically be this color, these 4 other colors. So I'm going to just make a new layer. Blue. And I'm going to drag, select these 4, copy. I'm going to paste those into blue. Anchor layer, yeah. And then I hate that they got pushed there though. Transform just this layer, move it over. There we go. And then we have blue as a thing. Can I? It's this weird thing that GIMP has where like they like define areas a layer can be, and it really I don't know why they have that feature. It doesn't make any sense to me. Because I think right now it won't let me paste over here. Layer boundary size, yeah. Okay, 88 is probably ridiculous, but resize. Seriously? Okay. Center. Hate you. Hate you so much. I don't understand why this boundary shit is. Why can't I just so if I move you back, can I like selection? So then I need to just select this, and then now can I just move this without adjusting the... What have I just done? Okay. In the blue. I want to now move selection. Oh. Who's the actual selection box and not what I've selected? Ooh. Hate you. I hate you so much, GIMP. Why do you work like this? Like who thought these like were the most obvious intuitive things you wanted to do? I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why they have layer to image size. Okay, there we go. That's what I need to do. Oh my god. Just doing like such a simple little thing is just wanting to be able to make your layer be everywhere. Like, why is that so hard? I don't understand. Oh wow, we got some bots, did we? Thank you for killing those. It's extreme prejudice. Are they talking about the best viewers? I do like Fox's line on that is that the best viewers are already here. That's a cool line. I wish I had thought of it. And then this one, okay. So let's, now that I understand how some of this works, it should be much easier. New layer, edit layer, red. We will then move it over here, and we will say layer to image size, and then we will then go over here, and then we will take this. Yeah, the best viewers are already here. These don't actually have that much change in between them. Maybe I'll take this one instead. There you go. Now it's actually a decent compositional change. I feel like I've gotten much better at colors since Karazest had face palmed and almost like gone crazy trying to teach me them before. I think I've improved quite a bit. Okay, so there's the green, so there's blue. I just gotta do all the typical thingies here. None, read write, this off, clamp, point, no compression, apply. And then red. Nice. I've applied this, but I gotta then go to the red one. Red palette. None. Read write. No bitmaps. Clamp. Point. None. Apply. Okay. So now we go to blue. We'll go to red because we have the red point here. Then red. Then blue. We drag the blue one in. Okay. So now let's just enable blue. Okay, blue maybe has some problems. Blue's not balanced right. Okay, we can revisit blue in a second. What about red? How are you doing, red? Red, also not quite as good. Green was the only success in this. Green, you look good. Red, you need some work. The next step is convince you that Paint is not the best text table program. Yeah. It's just so quick to set up, though. Okay. So, just to want to visualize. Is like these don't actually have to follow my other colors, really. So I could go into color theme builder thingy. And basically I need to build a gradient from a specific color and then go down. That's essentially what I'm doing. I need to do it in 4 gradients, and right now I guess my dark gradient is too dominant. Is that what's happening? Because I guess with the green, it's weird because I feel like they're pretty well balanced beforehand, but it must just be how they kind of blend. Okay, so let's, I guess, tweak red first while we're looking at it. The upper of red is maybe too high, and then I probably need to make this go lower. I just want to, okay, yeah, I think the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to go, what do I have to, let's go, grab this color. And then grab that color. Okay, so these are my 2 colors right now. I did not copy this, I guess. Yeah. Now, ideally, I want this to be in 4 steps. This gradient actually seems weird. Definitely the 2 middle ones are a lot different. I guess we could try it, see how it looks. So this there, this there. Okay, so then let's save. I don't know, let's export. I think the export is still as web palette. Yeah, okay, cool. So let's refresh that. Then we go to red. Force refresh. It's better. We got my 2. I think so. I think the difference between this and the green one, right, is that the green has 1 shade here, another shade here, 1 shade here, and another shade here, right? Whereas if you look with the red, it's got 1 shade up here, and its 2nd shade is there. Its 3rd shade is here, and then its 4th shade is there. Which I guess tells me that the everything that it's. I need more dark shades, right? So I actually need something darker than this. Um, and then maybe I need to bump out one of these mid shades basically because they basically do the same thing. Um, maybe even bump out the top shade because it's barely there. I kind of wonder if this one should actually have maybe 5 colors. Maybe let's add the option to have a little bit more colors. Canvas size. Let's go up to like 6. Resize. There we go. And basically, I want basically just a darker red, I think. So if I were gonna go and lower the saturation a bit, right? I think that's what you do. So it's still, or luminance a bit, not saturation. And maybe set it up so that there's 6 colors. Let's try to build our palette off of that. Okay. Where's my... Why are you over there? No, that's it. That's... Does anyone see where my swatch thing went? I click here. Where are you? Just had to kill it. Casual little killing of the palette. Alright, gotta do the whole layer to boundary size. Okay. Yeah, this one's approximately what the lowest one was before. So we'll see if that does a good job. Export. Refresh that. Refresh. That is a whole different vibe. Not saying I hate it. It's just a different look. I don't really like this. I don't know why it does that. Like if I turn this off for a second. Huh. Yeah. Um, but you do. I see. I do need like the really darks because otherwise, it doesn't quite work. I think. Just also jealous of how good green works. Why can't you all just be like green? Um, I mean, logically, I should be able to recreate the green one in just by like copying. What? Let's see if I can go in here for a second. Set this for a second. Make sure that green, okay. That's what I was thinking, yeah. If I hue shift the green into the reds, but keep the luminous values. So the basic thing then, right, you take this green, but then set its hue to 0, right? So now it's in the reds. And so that's now my first red. That's kind of an ugly red. Okay, but let's just try it out. We won't judge until we've gone through the process. Okay, no, this is not going to go well. I think I need to. So there's. Said I won't judge until I go through the process. Let's just go through the process, see what we can learn from doing the process. I didn't you shift that one? Or I need to like up saturate some of these is probably the thing that's going off, but why can't I? Oh, there we go. And just my feeling is that this is just gonna look awful, but yeah, also doesn't even get me the gradients I want. Okay, so that didn't work. Okay, so undo. Okay. So I have this gradient. Just again, let's refresh that. Yeah, so then so I think there's some in here that I want to drop, essentially. So the super dark makes sense, I think. But maybe if I there we go. I think that's almost exactly what I want. Again, so now it's 4 colors, so I should probably just go back to using the 4 colors, but Like there's maybe something I can tweak out a little bit though, still. Because it feels like there's only one, I guess it's 1, 2, 3, and this is the 4, right? Um, just to compare this to green again. Um, so the green has a better first color. I think this is the thing that really makes it good. I think the rest of red is mostly okay. I mean, so I just need to take this red. And if I go undo, undo, and I took this red instead. All right, it's better. It's at least more solid, right? I should turn that off. Stop freezing the thing. Maybe too much now, but so it's somewhere basically between these two colors. So this versus this. They're both okay. So between 72 and 90. That's all I have to phase shift. So I guess it'd be like 80. Color is just math. That's all it is, right? At the end of the day. What did I just do? Did I? Why does that look so much different now? What? What the? What? What? Did I? Did I take off another color that I wasn't supposed to? No, because the other one before was like that. Okay, but all right, then let's go back to this for a second. Because in this kind of silliness, what this looks like, the center is good. It's now that this color, I think, is not really that good. So it goes, we're basically just interpolating between shades or vibrancies. That's all we're doing on this bottom part. So we go from 10 to 23 to 38 to 80. So probably what we need to do is make this one a little bit better. Let's like maybe shift this up to like 50. I also do have a strong feeling that I should just go back to just doing 4 colors. So I'm gonna do that quickly. There we go. Yeah. So let's export that. Fresh. Okay. So now it's not the... This one just took over. Completely. Interesting. See what that does. Turns it into a hot mess. Okay. Um, hmm. Maybe I actually need to have this one be higher than... Is that what it's telling me? If I made vibrancy 90. Not quite. And this one is 50, 20, 10. I'm gonna spend like all day doing this now, aren't I? So 15. Let's just shift this one up a bit. Let's go set this one to 25. This one's 50, and this one's 80. I don't know if that's going to do anything, but... I'm almost now wondering what the problems with these things. Like if I'm just gonna be crashing them into basically smaller things, like reduced look versions of this. I just want to get this in, you know, every version. I would say for the even this one, I feel like maybe the outer ring. Hmm. Not quite right, maybe. Because it never gets to a solid color, which would be a lot better if it could get to a solid color. But green is still by far the best one. Just... I've eaten those words before where I said I'm starting to feel better about the colors, but I just don't understand why the green worked so much easier. I should check actually something for the is it in Dithering Pass? Yeah, this. I think it was originally this. I'll set that to recompile later. So here. Okay. Wait, this one's not actually. Wait. 1 second. Go to manager here. No, this should not have floating red. This should have floating cam profile. It should be specifying that. And then, yeah, I needed to specify that these should be. Okay. guess I should also be pixelating this a little bit. Or the power, I can also maybe tone down a bit. Okay. That's what. Okay, so maybe I should be. I think I always had the outer rings have the same color. Was it? No, I thought these two had the same color. I'm gonna make them have the same color, but they're gonna be a bit brighter, I think. Still on the darker side, but a bit brighter than they were. This one's brighter. There we go. And this one's like slight tone down from there. That might have even broken green now from what it looks like, but we will see. I'm gonna end up spending the whole stream just changing my loading screen colors, but hey, it's fun. I need fun in my life sometimes. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. It looks okay-ish, but okay. So I think what I should just do is I should go to Portal. I should just make this into like one color, and then it'll be so much easier to dither that. Or not like one color, but like I don't know, do something to it so that it's a little bit easier to manage. What does a circular motion blur do? Okay, well, maybe not that. Yeah, no, cancel. I think that might help. Just blur it a bit and then wonder if I contrast it up a bit. I still want it to kind of fade on the edges, but I think I do want it just to be really strong in the center. That might be how I want this to work. So then now if I go File, Export As, oh my god. Go into this. Change all of these. The portal edit. Hello, Kraken, boy. You have a very cool little Kraken emote. How are you doing? Okay, and alpha is transparency. Fly. I'm doing all right. I'm probably not doing the most productive things, but I'm like toying around with my this texture shape. Oh, here we go. Toying around with making my loading screen look nicer. Okay. You in the game dev stuff too? I guess if you have fancy emote, you probably have a channel of some sort. I don't know. Maybe just you found somebody else to have some channel. You a game dev or just doing? Yeah, you just enjoy watching game dev stuff. Okay, so yeah, definitely it's better color contrast. See how that looks. Trying to get into it. Cool. Yeah, I guess I should just show you what I'm working on. I'm making a educational horror game that teaches you Morse code. So there's these little letters on the door, and you have to do the Morse code to open and close them. And then there's also chess that you have to kind of decode and do. You've been undoing Unreal for the last month, but I downloaded Unity yesterday and I already like it much more. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, I definitely like Unity more. But like the thing with Unreal is like you can get things to look pretty, but it's so hard. As soon as you want to do like one thing that's just kind of like out of their like main scope of things, it's so much harder. Well, if you've always wanted to learn Morse code, you've come to the right place because that's what this game is about. If you want, you can try the demo. It's on Steam right now. I'm just currently working on the narrative intro part of it. Before I got distracted with loading screens, that is. Unity does have very good documentation. Yes, that is definitely true. Okay, so not a huge fan of how those loading screens look like now, but we can tweak it. Green no longer looks good, which is a sad. Green was my only one that looked good before, but it is what it is. I've been kind of like seriously working on it since the new year. I had like a very rough prototype done last year, but yeah, these look good. Green still surprisingly looks the best. I'm on the west coast of Canada. Okay. So if I don't specify, thank you for following.
Crack and Baba Boy just followed.
We are now 3 away from the good old 200 followers. Maybe okay. So since none of them look good, let's just even ate a biscuit. It's kind of my like hello little thing just to say that you're here. Okay, so just turn all the doggo roll call will tell you who's here. We only have one doggo here today, and his name is Kirby. I have 2 corgis. Or did I wake you from your slumber? Good boy. Yeah. It'll scream out on you. It's just to keep the lurkers on their, but like I gotta pay attention. It feels like there's just like a weird artifact of the, like if I go here for a second and I'll go to this, and I set there to be nothing. Like it's picking up a weird thing there. I'm trying to figure out what that is. So there's like a line. Do I really want to be spending like years doing like colors? Okay. I think I'm just gonna go back to this idea of having resize. So I think this does now have a nice gradient to it. That if I can do something there, I think it'll be alright. I still don't like the fact that it has that line though, like this. I don't know why that happens. It's just like the edge of one of the images. Yeah, I think, oh, because it transitions a little harder there, I think. Hmm. Just doesn't make for a very nice look when there's these lines. But maybe if I have enough gradients, it'll work better. We'll try a few more gradients and see if that works. Just kind of at the point where I just need to kind of get this not broken, and then we'll go from there. So let's my gradient builder. Cancel whatever I just did. This we'll put into the bottom. I think this might still be the, no, actually, no, I lowered the bottom. So paste that in. Maybe I didn't lower the bottom. It seemed brighter than the other one. Now, what is my current top value? Yes. Maybe I should have left those two. Let's just, can I go back? No, I can't. Okay. There's no going back. Saturation, okay, we can just go, yeah, we can go like, I don't know, luminance, like, not 80, 60, 50. What is that? Okay, so 45. Why does it not look right? We'll just do 230 there, and then I don't know why I'm typing in numbers and it's not like accepting. 230. There we go. Let's try it. See if it works. I have noticed. I'm not sure if I want the smooth gradients, but we'll see if it. Why did I just? I don't think it just. There's only 6 here. That's why I copied the last two twice, because there's only 6. That would explain it. Okay, so I just need to copy these ones down again. I obviously did not copy the color. Missed some color somewhere. Eh. There we go. That was the one I missed. All right. Let's export that as red. This red, recompile, refresh rather, and then refresh this. Oh my god, that looks horrible. Why does it look so bad? It's like legitimately just horrible. I don't even if going back to the old portal, would that like make it look at least better? No. No, it wouldn't. Okay. What if okay, just as a little thought experiment here. What if I re-enabled back the colors tinting to help nudge this a little bit in the better direction? Because if it has color, I think it's like the whites are for some reason really hard to dither into red. Which I would have thought it was just going to be the by luminance, but it seems not. Seems like that's not the case. I don't think I recompiled. Okay, maybe I did. Let's see if it works. Whew. Yeah, I'm gonna end up spending this whole stream just probably doing loading screens. Oh, the productive things I thought I was gonna do. The places I thought I would go. Wow, that green looks just horrible. All right. Yeah. Have you seen a more god-awful green loading screen? Yeah, let's try red. Okay. So is it just because these things... Wait. Should this be the blue dither then? Color options. Red, blue, green. Red, blue, green. Oh, I know why. Okay. Okay. So I'm loading in kind of randomly. So these were mixed matched. So it should be the blues. Still not great, but it is better than previous iterations. What I really want is I'm just gonna make this something so I can test this a little bit better. Private void update colors, and that takes in this. Public version will do that, and then it'll call update colors. And that. And then can't remember, is it volts? No. Editor attributes, I think. Okay. Then we will go button. That was actually a pretty good one, Karazest. I was so focused. I wasn't thinking. Enum value, condition result, negate. Oh, there was like a button with parameters. Okay, so what I actually have to do, I'll do, I guess do a button. I'll go set red and this will be private. Hopefully the button still shows up. I go private and then I go set start colors. And we go update equals start. Set end. Set end. End. Set portal. Set portal. Yeah. So that should actually then will give me a button that I can press to change these. It does just feel like this is sort of like artifacting on the edges of this. I wonder if I go new layer, go BG, let's go back here and then fill this. Black. I'll be able to see that. Yeah, you can see on the edges here. That is the thing. I think that's causing the weirdness. So if I were to blur, up the size here a bit. Can I blur that? No. I don't know why it's not doing anything. I guess smudging works. Look at this. Let's try to smudge maybe. Okay, maybe not. That smudging didn't really look that great, but yeah, it's kind of like stuttering, and then that's not the greatest. Okay, so now we actually want really low hardness. Can't tell if it's like my thing is lagging or it feels like when I do this, it like doesn't really smudge uniformly. It kind of like goes right, like it's stamping. Is this it? Is it actually finally working? No. Oh wait, Did I have it on sharpen this whole time? Is that why I was not being the greatest? It doesn't seem to be doing very much. I... Hmm. Wait. Oh, that's great. How many... Oh, fuck, I can go back. Okay, sorry. So I guess still edit. Redo add layer. Edit. Redo order layer. Edit. Redo bucket fill. I do want this, but... Okay. I do want it just a blur, but I just... really wish I could blur it. Filters. Hmm. Feels like the blur is almost doing the opposite than what I want. So what I want is this to be smoother. Um, um, hmm. Yeah, it's still not doing what I want it to do there. Why? Why are you like this? I assume even if I go back to the original before I edited it at all, if I go now and add the background, yeah, this is gonna have really choppy edges. Um, oh, I'm blurring the wrong thing. I wonder if that's what was happening before. It's like blurring the um was that enhanced? That was in Okay, that does actually help. What does clip do versus adjust? Okay, let's try that at least, and then maybe go. Blur ends up doing that though. Which I don't like. Cancel that. Why is this so gosh darn difficult to just do a little bit of a blur, you know? Hmm. Let's see. Didn't even have an option there. No, I guess, yeah, no, it didn't. That's definitely a cursed version of what I was doing. They said more than two pairs, like, or okay, it's just one or two. You can do it much smaller, but then it doesn't really. I want to like fade the. Maybe if I. Let's see. Add a layer mask. White, full opacity. Okay. And then what I want to do is basically make a paintbrush with a size that is roughly this. So first of all, I need to, I guess, fully paint everything black. Okay, so I've done that. And then go like that. Maybe go, okay, so undo. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. Kind of centered this. There we go. I think that's better. The fade, we'll see. Okay, let's see if we edit. What does this export as? Photo editing, yeah. Okay. Whew. Okay. Hopefully. We're getting somewhere. Are you happy, Karastest, with your art stream that this is basically turned into? All the art you could ever ask for. Okay. So if I go... Yeah, okay, so I can actually set the colors. Ooh, red looks interesting. Blue, not so much. Green. Could take it or leave it. I could be drawing more. Of course, you'd say that. Okay. I think red is really close. I want to like see what happens if I do that. You actually start to see some of those things coming up. I also think maybe this one should be a little bit brighter. Oh, changed the wrong one. Okay. This one. Make this brighter. What does that do? Okay, I think I'm happy with the red. Like that. So now let's just figure out blue. So I think part of it is that blue and green still only have 4 colors versus red's got now the 8 color palette. So that probably does do quite a bit. Maybe I'll try to see if I can make the 2 color look good, and then if it fails, then it fails. But at least give it a good old-fashioned try. So the mid one, I actually want to make this one more like whitey blue. No, that looks horrible. Okay. And then maybe let's change this center one of the. There we go. And then can I change this one a little bit lower? Hmm. Hmm. That might be nice. That looks quite nice. I might want to go to the mid one though. Make it a little bit more blue. Not much, but just a little bit. Okay, maybe even more. You like the red one more? It does have more range to it, so they're kind of competing looks, right? So there's going to be one that's Are you saying that the red looks better than the blue right now? Get Hopeless? Hmm. I need to tweak green. Yeah, I'm just trying to I need to decide kind of on one way because they look too different. So I'd probably have to end up making one into a different, into more like what the other thing is, right? I might even make this one a little darker. Yeah, there we go. Oh, are you driving? Well, we're gonna fix green in the meantime. Green's not too far. Um, I think this part maybe needs to go down a little bit. No? Okay, actually this part needs to go down a little bit. And maybe this one can come up a little bit. There's still that little stupid ringy thing that shows up there, but it's not as bad anymore. Um, yeah, so green and blue look pretty good now. I think pretty close. I think I might just go with this kind of setup. And then I need to change red back to the red needs to go back to its 4 colors. So we'll grab those colors in a second. Filters. Let's go image, canvas size. 4. I've changed the canvas size sometimes. It's one stream. And then I'm gonna just grab these colors. Wait. Oh my god. Okay, and then anchor there. And then I just need to sample this one, I think. Okay, yeah, that was already the same color. Okay. And then we save and edit, file, export as red palette, sweet. And then I will actually save this as portal palettes. Just so I have this for when I need it. Do that. Need to now rejig this one. I started at like 4:30. It's 6:30 now. I mean, okay. So, I mean, the red actually doesn't look bad the way it is right now. It's just different than the other ones. Now, does that matter? It honestly almost looks better. Is it really the main difference? I think is that these are just switched around. If I switch these around on the other ones. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Very nice. The colors are depending on the portal you go through. So there's colored portals, right? So if you go through a red portal, you'll see the red screen, basically. Okay. Now before I forget, copy. Copy that. And then I leave. Go into Screen Manager. And then the loading screen. Go paste. There we go. Yeah, I thought it was going to be pretty cool to just visualize that when going through portals. Okay. Okay. Confirming. Okay. Just make sure that this actually stuck. Does seem like it. I always open up the wrong thing. See the little line still, but it's not totally horrible. You could probably end up still doing some more tweaking so that there's less of these, like, you'll notice this one doesn't have as much. And this two. I could also just tweak, this one. Do I like the pixelization? I think the pixelization makes it worse. Yeah. So we're not going to do pixelized here. Change the scale. I think I do like it lower. Maybe. And also change how much power there is. Ooh. Yeah, so if you know no power, you're going like that. And then this kind of changes how. It looks cool, but I feel like that's probably too out of the realm of whatever the rest of the game is like. So do I like this pattern? Whoa. That is a very different look. I don't like this one. Let's just see what that looks like with the other colors. Start and oh, it does not look good with blue. That's unfortunate. Why does blue look so bad with this one? Mm-hmm. Just like a scale thing, or not particularly. I think red and green look really good with this one. Maybe I can just tweak how blue looks. Make it transition a bit better. Need to know what's actually the problem. Is it the high one is too high? Better. There you go. Bit better, I think. Just a bit brighter. Maybe this needs to be darker then. Thanks for the lurk. There you go. I think that's. And great. Roughly look the same. I think that's a cool effect. Okay, we'll copy these. Copy. Set it again. Um, paste. Okay. Save. And then the thing, it made me changing that. Did it on C? I'm gonna go UI post. I'm gonna maybe go back to C. C looked cool. Just generally. Okay. Since I'm not getting any system working today, I might as well just go full bore on the color tweaking. Actually, okay, so that was another thing I wanted to do. I think that me changing the other thing's fine. What I want to do, it's main camera. I kind of want to make it so that like when you go into dialogue, you have like a heightened FOV. You're gonna zoom in on them, and then when you come out, it zooms out. 30 is probably fine. 25 might be better though. I wonder if that should be. Base. I should, I guess, put this in. Base camera V will equal 60. And then so I could even change it so that the character has a focus pivot and then a public transform, no, not transform, float, focus, FOV amount, and we'll by default maybe set it to 30. I did say 30 was the one I wanted, or 25. Maybe we'll say 25. And then in the character FPS, we'll add a float FOV, and then we will go to the base of this. Go to the other class. Float FOV. And underscore. I do actually have a direct reference to my camera, do I not? That's been all right, Queen Anne. Thanks for dropping in. I spent most of it doing color changings of my loading screens, but my loading screens look cool now. So, I'll show you. Loading screen. This is one variation. Different, colors. Yeah, that's what my loading screens look like now. They were not looking good at all before, so I need to tweak a lot of colors. Now I'm just working back on my dialogue. I wanted to make it so that when you look at somebody, like when you're having a conversation, your camera kind of like focuses in on them, because I found that like it was just too wide when you're looking at them normally. So actually, sorry, I needed a reference to my camera because it doesn't seem like I have an actual reference to my camera. Okay. Serialized field. It is definitely one of those things that like I think adds a lot. It just looks a little nicer. How have you been doing? You got some good feedback from Fox yesterday in your game. It's pretty cool to see it starting out. You definitely had a lot of thought into that language stuff, which is pretty cool. Definitely felt like you had you knew how languages got constructed or something. I don't know if that's like your background or something, but it's pretty cool. Player camera. You should both be underscored because they're private. I guess I can make them protected. Everything else seems to be protected. And let's go on player camera. Dot do field of view. Sweet, it does have this. And so then this will be the FOV, comma, duration, which is going to be the, what do I use for the other ones? Underscore look duration. They might as well use the same easing function. Okay. It's one of those things that might, yeah, I read that. It's a lot of good feedback. I'm feeling the ideas bounce around. Linguistics is not my background, but I took deep dive into it for the game. Yeah, it's really cool. I'm interested to see like how you're gonna theme it, whether or not you want with a Hey, feel free to post a link for the itch link if you want, yeah, Queen Anne. There's no restrictions on that. But I'm interested to see for the theming, if you're like, how you go about that, because I mean, coming from making a horror game point of view, is like you could actually make that quite thematically horror-esque, and I think there would definitely be an audience for that. It's just whether or not you kind of want that or not is up to you. Because especially this, like, the puzzle genre in horror is pretty strong. Like the idea of people that like go into a scary environment and want to solve puzzles. It's kind of like a weird thing, but it's just what that's like all horror games pretty much. Is you're in a scary environment and you're solving puzzles, right? So I don't know. I feel there's a very strong potential for you to do that. U equals Fox with this. I'm gonna start earlier. Lasted 2 days, so I'm watching fonts. Yeah, was it like it was earlier in the week or something that he had done like a really early stream for some reason. Um, cool. Speaker dot f focus FOV. There we go. Okay. I've gotten a few Discord pings. It's mainly just people streaming. Okay. Oh. Um, I really like it, but noticing playtest is avoiding it altogether. You do have to you have to make it so that there's some gameplay element to it because I think there's a lot of people that have had the experience of playing games where the lore is just like it's like an optional thing. Um, right? Like you'll go into a follow game and you'll play it, or like a Skyrim, and you'll see these pieces of papers around, and you'll be like, "Oh, that's cool," but I don't need to know that, right? I didn't add the camera to my player, and so if you don't have a narrative, you need to make it apparent very quickly to the player that it's actually going to be needed or valuable. Otherwise, they're going to default back to the learned behavior of not, caring about what lore is. You hate those people. I mean, it's somewhat understandable, right? Like you've been trained, right? Like if you're trained in a certain way, you're gonna have a certain other way of you're gonna have a certain way of approaching problems, right? I realize that this I changed the dither pattern. I don't know if I'm now a huge fan of this. This one was maybe better. Was it A before? I think I used an A. A, okay. There's the lines. I'll keep C for now. But I was saying that it's it's really hard to shake that as a person, right? Like that's a that's a quick jump, but I wonder if I should be. Can I like make it so that the first one, maybe I skip the duration for the first one, or maybe it's just too short. So I think it's like 0.5. Look duration. 0.75. Let's try that. I'll have to reload it to check it. It's a good way to say it. I'm attempting to break the paradigm essentially, so that makes this. Yeah. Yeah, and so you have to just like make it really apparent that that actually does tie into it. And you're gonna have to know that like you're gonna lose some people with that. Like I've had a similar issue with my chess mechanics. Um, oh, I don't reset my dialogue. Where I have a chest and you have to enter a code, and I've seen people go into that thing, not read anything on my screen about enter code. They're just like, oh, I have to enter a code, so I have to now look around in the environment for code. Um, because that's like how they've been trained in games is that oh, there's a chest, okay, it has a code, okay, there's something in the environment that there's going to be that I need to find to that'll tell me the code, versus there's a little thing that says, hey, the code's beeping at you, right? Like and they just need to listen and they need to enter in that code. uh, but it's just like certain things have been trained into people. Sorry, just go dialogue screen. When I pop, I want to go base character dot instance character. Right, I actually need to make the. I think I put this in the wrong. Yeah, I put this. Okay. Override. Okay. Save that, and then reset. I guess I should just verify. Yeah, base character dot character is not equal null. Let's just not crash the game if I don't know, call this somehow in a shutdown situation. All right, just want to see that this works, and then I'll probably be wrapping up. So I do like to be able to raid into people, be able to actually say hi for a moment, and then head out. Okay. Man. Go. Load game. Okay. That timing's better, I think, yeah. And then if I Actually, I almost wonder if the FOV. I think the reset should probably be instant. It shouldn't just it should just be this. It doesn't need to take time. That was really jarring. Okay. I think that's a good spot to stop. Right now, I'm feeling like platforming sections put you in a state of mind that is what you want to achieve in making a game. The lore section kind of breaks that flow state, and it's not intended, but it's what happens. Yeah, I mean, you'd have to use the lore to figure out like puzzles or something, right? Like you'd have to have some sort of logic in reading the lore that'd be like, okay, well they set up certain languages in this way, so that would inform that like this puzzle has to be solved in a certain way, or these symbols are needed to be used to initiate the run protocol or something like that, right? That would be kind of my thought on how it would need to work. Language and world, yeah. So like doing something with that. Like if there's a destroy function or destroy action, and you have to get the right symbol and the right verbiage or something like that, and then it will do this action for you or something. That'd be my thought. Anyways, probably catch you in Fox's stream later if he's around and doing stuff. So definitely hope you find some thoughts in there, and we'll chat a little later. Thanks for coming in, everyone. I'm going to raid out to Captain. Hopefully he's not just about ending. I don't want to say hi to Captain Coder. So I'm going to do a little raiding out there. And we'll go say hi to the captain of the coders. So yeah. Thanks everyone for joining again. And I'll see you probably not tomorrow, but the next day. Same time though. So I'll be around. See ya. Bye.